So piece by piece and nail by nail, it'll all come down someday before the fires of hell. You let me in your house. You let me in your house. You let me in your house with the hammer.
And it's slow, it's not flashy, but it'll get the job done, with or without the gi. There's going to be a couple of steps that I'm going to try to show 4 passes, so I want to go through it pretty fast, but the idea behind them are all the same. I don't allow his grips, I pin one leg, I dominate the hips, and drive the weight. And if you do that, the guard will pass itself. So, we're going to do the first one. Chris is playing open guard, and he's sitting. And now I have to be brave. I'm going into the fight. I'm not going to run around. I'm not going to do loop choke and throw the guy. I'm sitting here, and I'm going to dive inside of his arms and connect my elbows to my knees. So I'm going to go. This takes some bravery, but it's nice. And now I'm here, and now my whole game here is I never allow Chris to extend, push me away with his butterfly hooks. This is bad news, because now you can move. So what I do is I follow and I isolate and pin the hips, elbows inside of my knees, and I squeeze my knees in. And I bury my head in his chest, like this. And if he does this, if you be a good training partner, give a little bit of push and pull, just to move, and I just crawl with it. And just to make sure that it's sinking the weight. Right. This is it. So now, what I'm going to do is, I have to isolate one leg. Don't use the hands. Hands are on the body. I can make grips here, and use that. Pull him in. What I do is, my head goes one way, and that side, that leg, is going to kick straight back. And I go in, and I go up. And I dominate one leg. Here. Now the big mistake people make with this pass is they do this. That's Kimura time. And I break my shin. So I'm here, I pull him in, and now I put my elbow on top of the knee, and I sprawl. And I over crawl past him. I dominate the hips. I use this grip here, like a T-Rex arm, to pull him in. And I drive this one down. I just move, and now, boom! Cross face, and now do a little hip switch, move, walk, walk. And this is shoulder pressure in the jaw, and if he doesn't respect it, you can tap it down. But that's my first test. If he's going to tap to that, that's his problem. I'm passing. His neck's there and my shoulder's there. I'm bolt cutting my shoulder to my head. I don't go, but my shoulder doesn't go straight across the jaw and bother him. I go through the pec, up, there. So I go that way. One more time. I gotta be brave. Can you work a little bit? Like if he's like this, I'm not gonna do it. So he has to be a little bit like, yes. There you go. You give a little bit of resistance. I keep him close. Don't give him enough. My head goes here or here, doesn't matter. Here, I kick, sprawl, and isolate. I can climb my grip up a little bit to here, and pull him in. Elbow, sprawl, walk over a little bit. Boom! You can make the sound effect. It's cool. Mix the hips, and now a little hip twist, and now I'm also shoulder pressure. One more time, no vocals. Sure. Like this? No? Yeah. Is it enough? Give that a shot. So a little bit of troubleshooting with this. Everybody dives in really well. You just have to be brave. That's the only thing. And you only do it if the arms are open. If he's reaching for it. If he's like this, like this, you're not going to do this pass. You're going to do something else. Some people have a little bit of problem scooping the leg. What you need to do is, I don't just straighten it back, but I make a little semicircle. I straighten and I scoop. Like it's like a rotation of the leg, and I scoop until I find his what do you call this? This part of the foot? Forefoot? Exactly. And the other thing is make sure that when you do this, your head is on the side where you're going to kick the leg back. If you do this, or you do this, I'm extremely compromised, and you'll kill. So your whole idea is you're crossing. You have to cross the body. So here, I pull everything tight. I sprawl and I walk and I do a little scoop, and I now pinch it. There's a school of thought where you grab it. You actually grab the foot, but if you do this correctly, there's no need. The isolation of the hips is enough to keep this leg trapped. And then you pull the guy up to do two things. One, push on the elbow, and it's also it's torquing him, and it's exposing the neck for the shoulder of justice, cross face. Go straight in, and then I go low, and at the same time I'm on my toes, and you don't need the other hand to pass. It's my hip that is passing. But if you're unsure about this, you can double up and block his hip with your hand. I've been doing it since blue belt, so I have a little bit of a balance. I kind of know what I'm doing with this pass. So I'm confident that I can lean into it. But if you're not, this is a free hand. Humans have two. I'll take it off a little bit so you can. You have two hands. You can slice it through and give yourself some help. Notice when I maintain side control, I hardly ever do this. I always have a sprinting stance because this is driving the weight constantly. All right. So that's that pass. But I'd like to go to number 2 and do number 1 and number 2 together. So we try to add movement on the first one. All right. So the number one we did. Number 2 is the same entry. I dive, I tighten up. I do not pass if there's space here. If I'm feeling threatened, I fight with him, and I crawl and I pull until I'm here. Sometimes though, you feel like it might be a losing battle. He is too mobile, and I feel like I might not hold this position for very long, and I might not be too secure about doing it. What I can do, I stay really tight, and now it's important to pinch really quick, right here, and then the other hand, when I go inside, and sprawl and open up, and now this hand dives, all right, I open it up here, and this hand, this foot, just a little scoop as well, and I scoop up the foot. This hand goes inside the instep, and I grab something, like his belt and here. Now I'm going to lean on him. Not here. Consolidate your position. Straight. There's 2 ways actually you can do it. One, you can actually actively stretch it in, or I can be here. I cut, and now I have the space to feed it, to open up, and try to scoop it on the inside of my arm. Grab something here, and I'm leaning on it, the material. Here, I lean on them. Arm open. If you're feeling fancy, if you're not, it's okay. So if you can try number 1. I'll try to do it a little bit easier. So here, boom. I do number 1. I allow him to get his guard back. Butterfly guard. Yes. I go for number 2. Same thing. I cut. And now I go behind and I scoop up. Your leg, feed the collar. Here I drive into him. Number 2. Questions about this one or the first one? No? Right. I think. Close the space. Kick. Everybody does this really well. And I have to. I don't think I mentioned it but it's really important that once I want to reach behind and grab the foot, pretty much I try to drive my forehead into the mat. Because if I'm a little bit loose here, Chris is good. He's just going to push my head, and I'm strong, and I'm compromised, and it's a bad day for me. So I'm here. I'm pinching him here, and I'm kicking, I'm crawling him up. Look at my toes, and I'm driving my head in the mat. And this also helps to elevate the foot, which makes it easy to go inside. And I can feed, I have a fighting head here, I can feed the collar here. But I'm still in my crushing position. I'm ready to sprint. I'm constantly sprinting into him. Then the other grip, and I'm sprinting. But I take my time. No rush. Now, belly forward. Woohoo! Like pee on the Swede. That's an inside look. One more time. Dive. Kick. Curl them up. And now I bury my face in the mat. Go behind, and I find something. Inside grip, push. Almost too good. But it's nice if you keep it. Boom! Alright. And we're going to add number 3. I'm going to show 1, 2, 3. Life is not perfect, so I need options. If this Jiu-Jitsu was perfect, I'd only need 1 guard pass, but I need a bunch to get past his guard. The same entry. Boom! Kick. And I'm here. But man, he's got a good frame, good hips, and he's moving. And I'm losing this. I try to cut and take 1 knee. I try to isolate. If he tries to like extend, I'm just trying to trap. He's trying to get half guard, but I let him. And I go here, on top. One more time, because it was a little shaky. So we're here. Boom, everything goes right. But I feel he's extending. And I'm fighting here. I can just push his leg into my half guard and block the triangle. And at least now I'm still blocking the hips. He's not going anywhere. I'm not letting him. I hold him close. And now I'm going to do my over-under pass. Reach back, grab something. Now it's nice if the belt is good. The lapel is better. The far lapel is superior. This is the one. But any grip will do. Whatever I can grab. But you can progress here to here, and something you can feed it to here. The other leg, the other hand, I grab the pants, and I keep the pressure again. But now, to pass, walk him to the middle, pinch my knees, and we'll look where we are. Passing, It's ugly jiu-jitsu, but it works. You go in, boom, try this, and he's screwing, no, he's getting the foot out, okay, now lock it. He's not going anywhere. Go inside, get a grip. Now I don't have my superior grip, I have this one, that's fine. Inside grip, make sure you don't get Kimura, so it's a straight arm, and I lean on it. I put it in the middle, little windshield wiper, push, T-Rex arm, walk, fly. Now here. One more time, no hold. When I force the half guard, the thing is like, with all this guard passing stuff, never get greedy. I'm winning. Yeah, I'm on top, I'm winning. That should be your mindset. I don't respect, I should respect the guard because I need to get sweat and get my back taken, but it doesn't crush my ego. What crushes my ego is someone smashing me, driving a truck over my chest. That's what I like. So don't get greedy, be like, dude, I'm gonna jump through. No, you're gonna go inch by inch by inch, force your way through. But when I force the half guard, make sure that when you force it, you have to clear the knee. Pinch, and now you can triangle, and this isolates the hip. But I see some people try to close and lower like this, nothing, because it is low. So make sure that when you're fighting in that scramble, that I'm clearing the knee and pinching, now I'm triangling my legs. I'm also locking myself, that's true, but I'm blocking his hip mobility. The whole thing about pressure passing is don't allow his grips, isolate one leg, block, dominate the hips, and then the guard will pass itself. And if anywhere that goes wrong, I retrace my steps. So if he gets the grips, I fight the grips. If he clears the leg, I fight to get the smash the leg down. If he can move the hips, I block the hips. The best test you can do to kind of like circumvent all this with a training partner. If he can move the hips, your technique sucks. You have to tighten it. His hips should be cast, put in a cast. He cannot get out. So you have to clear the knee, the leg, and sometimes, a good question, some people say, well, no, what if you try and move the legs? It happens. You got a guy with long legs. This is a bitch. So you might have to be a little bit patient, or maybe you have to use a different technique. Some people have insane legs, and they sit there for 5 minutes and they won't open. I try to do something else. Only if I really attempt to crush it. Okay, so maybe he triangles the legs. If I have good grips, I might have a grip here, yeah? But I'm thinking, okay, keep your legs closed. Yeah. Alright, well, that's not going to work. But I can open the gi and force the dominant grip here. It's a little bit better. Now, I just start to drive, and it opens. Because I'm holding the hips and I'm driving my weight. Or you can walk your hand up to open the legs. But just, the thing is like, don't go. Can you hold it, please? Don't go. No, constantly go. It's tactile. But now he thinks, he's going to pass. No, my friend. I stay. He's like, no, shit, I can't do anything. Where's my beating ball game? There's your beating ball game. It makes sense? Don't panic, don't rush it, crush it. Alright? Number 4, this last one. And then we're going to we're going to spend the last 15 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're sick, hopefully, and you memorize it. The last one. So far, I've only been passing one side. But he has 2 sides of his body, so I can go the other. And the last guard pass flows into number 4, which I go for it. Double under to double under stack pass on the other side. And I make him eat his knee. So, let's go here. I there's a scramble there. He's working. And I'm clear. I go here. I fight. And now it's important that I do get this lapel. So I might sit here and feed it to the hand. As tight as I can. I'm walking here, but sometimes like he is still scoot. He might still try to scoot the hips. I keep the pressure here, and I move you like that inside, like I'm going inside his guard. Keep the pressure on. So I'm here. I'm strangling inside. I'll let up here. I open and I replace with my other hook. Now, I'm in the perfect position to go through the stack. Make sure you get the triangle. This is my triangle killer. I'll keep the block here. I open the elbow and stack. Okay? Yeah. The shin goes into the rib and then closes space. And now, don't go here. And that's You can go inside at the back of the pants. Take it with the knee and then hold it. And eventually punch. It's probably the first pass you learn, and it's one of the best passes. Escape. And we'll try fighting. And I feel, for some reason I feel resistance. He's moving. Sit. Right. Knee in. Support. Keep this close to the butt. Head up. Yes? You want to see the whole thing? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Sorry, man.
I should have asked.
Good.
Try to take a leg off the mat and on your shoulder in separate steps. 1, 2, and they shrug in the air. Try to do it in one motion. Shrug it right where it's at. Put your head up. Otherwise, it's going to be strength, separate strength against one very strong wind. But you want to put everything up at once. So when I've cleared it. Here, I'll fasten, and make sure that you can stretch a little bit, and I can do a little inside rotation, and now I'm using that instep to peel that leg down. So I have two. I think things blocking his leg, but now it's difficult to get the leg to the other side. Just take a step. I almost like I'm kicking myself in my ear with his leg, and I pinch. Close the elbow, and then I go inside, I put the knee up to the nose. Look what happens here. Focus. I'm not heavy every time. It's a happy accident, because now it's really immobilized. I trap the arm with my hand. Now, don't go like this. Stress position. CIA stress position. Use it. Once. Okay. If you don't like that, or you're in a competition, hold. Because eventually the diaphragm's going to be like, oh, fuck this! I want to be here, you know? Any questions? Any of these passes?
Yeah, I've got a question.
Yes.
Move number 3, and then could you please show me the last part?
Yeah, I'll do so. Step by step, and I'll try to say what I'm doing the whole time. I'm killing the space. I'm isolating one leg. He scrambles, I reset, and then isolate one leg and I kill the hips. I feed and get a nice collar grip here. This one will do for now. So now, the leg is strapped, the hip is isolated. I start putting the weight on my tippy toes. If I stay here, he can sweep me because he has angles. He might do something. I'm driving and I'm aligning him. I pinch my knees. It looks weird, but I'm pretty stable. And if he goes nuts, why? I just take a step, I reset. Okay? Now the other hand, I'm grabbing fabric and I'm stuffing the leg. And I'm walking into the middle. I do a little windshield wiper, I stay in contact, and I walk it up. T-Rex arm. Some people are wild with arm. Finger, and I press this down to the mat. So these hips go one way, this torso goes there. I can also use my head to turn the corner. It creates space. Also for my shoulder. I lean, I'm sprinting into him, and I test his neck. And if that doesn't work, I scoot and establish side control. I do not put my knees on the mat. Driving into it. Any more questions? Well, thank you for coming out. I have the next classes on Friday morning. I do quick hills, start on the feet, and kill the guy on the way down.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. Let's take a picture and drink beer, right?